I'm about to paint this Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susan. I have rearranged the bouquet a bit. Uh, I don't even know why, but I did. But anyway, so I put the colors out into clean order. That is cadmium yellow lemon, that is leaf green, that is viridian green, and these are all Da Vinci colors. That is, actually I thought it was cadmium yellow medium yesterday. I need to order some, but that's cadmium yellow light. That's cadmium yellow dark. With these three colors, you can mix them together and come up with any arrangement of cadmium orange or dark. So I can create cadmium yellow medium with the cadmium yellow dark and the cadmium yellow light. I would recommend people get a cadmium yellow medium, but cadmium yellow dark, that is such a luxury. I call that Vincent van Gogh school bus yellow. I don't paint with it often, but I love it. I love that color. Probably, I actually hadn't painted period for a while, so we'll see what comes of this. Cadmium orange and cadmium red light. All of these three colors are oranges. This yellow tends toward orange. This cadmium yellow lemon tends toward green. Okay, so we have a setup. I'm going to start out by, and I'm still working on a small paper because guess what? I filled up this. If I was tight yesterday, I don't even know how I made it. But remember, this is imperfection. This Rudbeckia it's snaggle-toothed. But I don't know if I'm going to paint it that way or not. I'll just have to see. Like I've said over and over again, I don't know what I'm going to paint until I paint it. So here is the bottle. Now, the way I have it now, this Rudbeckia is stibbing out. And what I'm doing, I'm just doing a little gesture drawing with pencil so that I can confine myself to a certain area and not go everywhere. And if I'm in trouble, I need to fix it now. Because I've said this over and over again, you don't erase watercolor. You don't start and stop again with watercolor. You either live with it or don't live with it. Okay, so that's and somewhere back in here, his stem comes out and hides right behind that center area. Okay, the leaves are. I do like a twisted leaf. Because I don't, maybe I'm a twisted leaf, I don't know. But I do love to paint twisted. I like to see them in nature. In fact, I was thinking this morning that there's a wonderful book. I don't even know if I still have that book. My house burned several years ago. And when I went to, when I filled out my insurance form, the insurance agent said, you have all these books? That was my biggest claim, were my books. And my art, well, yeah, but there's nobody going to give you anything for your art. That's just lost. But anyway, I'm going to quit talking and pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so the blossom here and this little bud that I've been talking about, he is over here. Gnarled together, kind of. And I think I actually discovered this, and this is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. I didn't really notice how much the little green things that these flowers are. This flower is coming out of a green thing. I'm not quite sure what that bract. I'm not sure what that's called, and like a strawberry kind of, but anyway, not like a strawberry. But anyway, it is very star shaped too. But anyway, so there we go. We got this going off the page. This going up here. Let's see what we got here. Got a little bottle here. This hides in the bottle. bottle's red, and this is an interesting bottle. It's actually a hummingbird feeder. It's the only thing I saw that I liked. I needed something with a tighter mouth to hold these flowers together. So quit talking and finish your drawing. I'm not sure how much I'm going to paint of that, but I want to allow, in case I decide I want to. Did you see what I just did? Okay, this side of that bottle goes, jar, whatever, hummingbird feeder, goes, it hides behind the lid, and so what I did that just to be sure that I brought it out I moved my pencil across there to be sure that I came out in the same place, in the correct place. Okay, there we go, that's it, and it goes out more and more and more, but I know I'm not going to paint all that. But anyway, so there we have it. Now I'm going to just erase a few little marks because that's what I do. That's really too close there. It goes out farther. And I will say this yesterday when I painted, I'm not going to worry too much about the fact that there's pencil marks. There are pencil marks here because I don't mind you seeing my work. And in fact, right now, what I'm doing is really not paintings. I'm doing gesture drawings with watercolor paint. But I may end up I don't know. I also said this over, I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just sitting down here and maybe you may think this is sacrilegious, but one of my favorite songs, and this is wonderful, I can't remember, it's a children's choir singing it, maybe it's a boy choir, but here I am, Lord, send me. I don't know, I'm here, I've come to the worship, I've come to this moment with an empty slate, and I'm saying, oh Muse, do whatever you want to with me, and I will follow the leader of the guidance of that muse. So anyway, so I hopefully had this sort of clarified so I can tell what I'm doing. All right, what I'm going to do again, I'm going to start with the cadmium yellow light. It was not medium. But there's really, and I'm using this number 14 long round Princeton Velvet Touch 3950 LR. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I remember I got these two little jars of water here, just so I can make my point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to real loosely come in here and just do a little gesture drawing with this cadmium yellow lemon. No. Cadmium yellow light. Okay, the light's coming from this direction and hitting my subject matter there, coming from this direction. There's going to be shadows over here. And most of this Rebecca's face is in shadow. So there's not as much of this color as maybe we would like to think there might be. It's more orange and cadmium yellow deep. Actually, I have been in this house 1 year and I'm just now unpacking my art supplies. So I may have more paints than I think, but I hadn't found them yet. So I'm gonna have to. So that I have that cadmium yellow light there. Now the little bud is more of a greenish color. In fact, he's almost olive green because he wants to be yellow and he wants to be green. He hadn't decided who he is yet. So I'm gonna go now to the cadmium yellow lemon. And I'm gonna suggest the lightest areas of my leaf with the cadmium yellow lemon. All right, this leaf right here is, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get of that. So right now I'm just doing the lightest parts. When a leaf twists, you're able to really see what I'm talking about, is the magic of the light. The light curves, almost serpentine, curves around that area. Okay, now I got that. I'm gonna just make a few more green strokes here. All right, let's see what we got here. Remember what I said yesterday? These things are whisking outward, so paint the way it whisks, just like you would draw it. Paint the way you whisk it, way it's, follow. That's the energy of that's how you capture the energy of your subject matter. Okay, at this point, I'm going back for the bottle, which is not green. It's and I do see some white in there that I want to try to preserve. It's more of this cadmium yellow light. In the light, it's red. Yes, it is red, but it's more of the the color next to white is yellow, going on my color wheel. Okay, so now I have some of that suggested. Maybe going over here. I don't particularly. I'm going to try to avoid touching the leaf with this next color because I don't want it all to fuse together. All right, this is cadmium yellow deep or dark. I'm not really sure. There's a little bit of that over here. Let me go ahead. And besides that, just for good composition, I want to do that. All right, now, so I brought that in over here. I know in my heart that this bottle, before it becomes red, will be, I move around I don't use black, I don't use brown, well, in some circumstances, but I go around the color wheel, and you need to, I'll be talking about that more and more, so the sooner you get used to me saying probably the better. But, okay, so color goes from white to yellow to orange to on the red spectrum. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start floating in before it becomes red. As far as light's concerned, it is orange. Well, that's not always the case. That is on this one. That's not all. There's some red things that are purplish red, and they will go a different direction on the color wheel. Okay, I'm going to quit for right now. Well, I might go ahead and do, because I know that I'm going to go ahead and just suggest a bit of that dark area. and let it kind of work its way, begin to work its way. Okay, it's facing to the side, and I've almost scooped up. But this is our day for imperfection, so I'm not going to let that bother me. All right, so that's what I have so far, and we'll see where we're going next. But I'm gonna let that dry naturally. I'm not going to turn my paper. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep my paper flat so that it can dry naturally, and I'm not going to blow dry it because that'll make the drips go everywhere.